So this is my third video in my series of Harry Potter premiere videos, and this one is a review of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Now, in case you haven't seen the movie yet, because I know it doesn't come out until the 15th, and many people haven't seen it yet, there's going to be kind of two parts within this video. The first part will be a general feeling of the film, and just kind of like what it was like to watch it at the advanced screening with so many super hardcore Harry Potter fans. And then the second part will be a little more specific, so it'll definitely have spoilers for the movie in it, and don't worry, I will warn you when that time comes so you can turn the video off. So these are my general comments about the movie. I saw it in 3D, which is absolutely worth it. It's not like 3D things pop out at you and it doesn't look corny or cheesy. It just looks absolutely amazing. Like, the first second of the movie I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So if you have the chance to see it in 3D, do it, because it is amazing. And then I was super happy about this. The 3D glasses that they gave us were these special Harry Potter 3D glasses. So these are really awesome, and I was wondering how I was going to get a hold of a pair of these because I really wanted them. Part 2 is absolutely amazing. There's so much stuff. If you read the book, you know that so much stuff happens at the end of the book, and it's just like, when is it going to end? There's so much action, and it's ridiculous, and this movie totally reflects how action-packed and amazing and fast-paced it is. This movie is extremely fast-paced. It's over 2 hours long, but I felt like I was in there for 5 minutes because the pacing is perfect. It's like a war movie, so it has its parts where it's really fast, and then it slows down for a little bit, and then it picks right back up again, and it's fantastic. I love it. So saying that, this movie is probably the ones who will like it the most are going to be people who are Harry Potter fans, because I know my sister isn't a Harry Potter fan, and I know she's gonna hate it, but it's the continuation from the first part, so it is you definitely need to see the first part to see the second part. And then watching the movie, because I know if you've read the book, you know that, and you're a big Harry Potter fan, you know that you were probably crying through most of the last part of the book, and you cry in this movie. Everybody was crying, because I think any Harry Potter fan would cry at least some part of this movie. I know my tears were probably excessive, but you could hear in the movie theater just like everybody crying, like people were sniffling, and we were just like, oh my god. Like, I probably looked like this. Oh my god, why? Or something like that. So this would be the time where, if you don't want anything specific about the movie to be spoiled, would be to turn this video off. And you can come back and watch it later and tell me what you think. So thanks for watching the first half, and I'll see those of you who are turning this off now later, I guess. Bye-bye. Okay, so specific thoughts about Harry Potter. So this movie started right away, and nobody was prepared for it, because they didn't show us any previews or anything. They just started the movie, and it kind of starts with I guess a montage of what happens at the end of the first part, and so you kind of get just a reminder of what happened in the last one. And you start off at Shell Cottage, and Harry talks to Ollivander and Griphook, and that's pretty much basic scene, and it was really good. And that's where I really noticed the 3D, where it was just like, holy crap. And then the next part is Gringotts, and I guess Helena Bonham Carter as Hermione as Bellatrix was hilarious. She did such a good job, and it looked like she acted like Emma Watson acting like Bellatrix, which was the point. And it was a really funny scene, actually. It's just seeing her come out. And Gringotts was really awesome. The one thing that they didn't do was in the vault, all the stuff multiplies that when they touch it, you know. But it didn't seem to be burning them like it did in the book, which I guess I don't really care about that, but it was interesting that they didn't do that. And then also apparently Harry can feel the Horcruxes because they got rid of a whole bunch of backstory about how Voldemort picked the Horcruxes, so I guess they just had to be like, oh, Harry's a Horcrux, so he can sense the other ones. They get on the dragon, and they jump off into the water, and then they get out of the water, and Harry's like, oh my god, Voldemort knows that we're destroying the Horcruxes, and then Harry and Ron take off their shirts, and I really like looking at Rupert Grint without his shirt on, and then they're like, oh my god, we have to go to Hogwarts, so they go to Hogwarts. Then you get the scene with Aberforth. It's not very long, and you don't get all of the backstory about Dumbledore and Grindelwald. I think you get some of that, but I don't think you get like the depth of it, and you don't get virtually anything on like Ariana, Dumbledore's sister. Aberforth kind of like yells at Harry about it, so you kind of get what was going on. But so then Harry gets to Hogwarts through the portrait, and when he gets through the portrait in the first when Neville showed up, that was just like the whole theater was like, oh my god, Neville, because he looks totally badass and amazing. This is the first time where I actually remember crying for something that happened in the movie and not just that I was actually watching the movie. But Harry goes, they like open the portrait in the room of requirement, you know, and he's standing there, and then you get like the Harry Potter music, like that theme song, you know, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's Harry, and he's here to save the day. A really funny scene where Ginny sees Harry, and Ron tries to say hi, and she totally ignores Ron, and Ron's like, oh my god, she hasn't seen me for 6 months, and then Seamus is like, oh, she has 6 brothers, but there's only one Harry Potter, so that was really funny. Neville and Seamus and somebody else, I can't remember, they have to go blow up a bridge, and McGonagall comments that Seamus is really good at blowing things up, and that was really funny, because if you've seen the other movies, then you get that joke. They added like an extra scene here. They actually showed you when Hermione and Ron went down to the Chamber of Secrets, and this scene is like the scene for the movie, because they destroy the Horcrux in this, of course, they destroy the cup, and then there's the kiss, and oh my god, Ron and Hermione, it's just kind of like, they destroy the Horcrux, and then they kind of look at each other, and then they just like, go for it, and it's so, oh my god, like you don't get to see like their lips or anything, but like, they're just like clinging to each other, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so amazing. And then they kind of like break apart, and then they just like laugh and giggle at each other, and then it's like so sweet and so amazing, and I love Ron and Hermione absolutely so much. It's amazing. And when they kissed, just the whole theater just screamed, and I screamed too, because I was absolutely so happy and waiting for that moment forever. Neville was so awesome in this. I think I said before that he looks super hot and super amazing and totally badass, and he's all those things in this movie. They didn't do the whole Sorting Hat thing on fire, but they do something that's equivalent to that, so that was really awesome. And he has a really great speech, and just the music that's associated with Neville, just like, it's so like, I want to say like regal and powerful, and just like, no, it's so awesome that he gets like his time to shine. Oh, Snape's death is really kind of tragic. They don't actually show the snake actually attacking him, but you see it from like Harry's point of view behind a wall, because it's not in the Shrieking Shack, it's in like a boathouse or something, but it like attacks him, and I was just like, oh my god, Snape! It was really kind of scary. And then Harry goes and looks at the pensive with all of Snape's memories, and it's all like it's really fast, and it kind of looks like you're going through somebody's memory. Like little first year Snape, 11-year-old Snape is so cute. I was just like, oh, you poor boy. And then when Harry goes into the forest to die with the like the ghost, the things that come out of the resurrection stones, because they're not really ghosts, but they're not really, and they're not alive, and they're whatever, with his parents and Lupin and Sirius, and just like they just said their lines, and just like the whole theater was like wailing. And then Harry dies, and then he goes into his little like dreamy thing in his head with Dumbledore, and he is fully clothed in this. I guess Dan didn't want to be exposed again, or I think they said something where they didn't want it to be distracting. Fetus thing that's Harry's, that's like I guess that's the part of the Horcrux. I don't know what that is, but it was really gross, and it's like this huge like close-up of it, and they stay on it forever, and it was just like, that is disgusting. The Mrs. Weasley's like, not my daughter, you bitch. Hopefully I can say that on YouTube. That whole scene, it came up really quickly. I think Bellatrix like froze Ginny for a second, like Ginny stopped moving really quickly, and I didn't really see it, and then Mrs. Weasley's like, oh no you didn't, and that was really confusing, but it was still really awesome. Seeing Remus and Tonks dead was so sad. I was just like, ah, so many tears. Oh, Fred's death scene, which I was really upset about, but he does have a really good moment with George before the whole battle starts, and just everybody knew what was coming, so we were all just like, oh my god. You could tell tons was cut out of this movie, tons was cut out, and there better be like 2 hours of extra footage on the DVD. Voldemort and Harry fighting, it's kind of cut together with trying to kill the snake. Ron and Hermione both try to kill the snake, and then Neville comes out and be's badass with the sword of Gryffindor and chops head snake off, and it's really awesome. Harry and Voldemort like are running around fighting each other and jumping off buildings and flying around because Voldemort can fly, and finally Harry kills him, and then they show you who like the people recovering from the fight, and Lavender Brown is dead and she doesn't die in the books, and that kind of pisses me off because don't need to kill extra people. Neville says something about liking Luna, which is weird because Neville ends up marrying Hannah Abbott. Don't mention that Neville becomes a teacher. The 19 years later is so adorable. Like the trio, they all look like, they still look really young, but they do look older. And they did that with a combination of actual makeup and CG makeup, so it looks pretty believable, but it'll be interesting, maybe if we can see them 19 years later, what they look like. Ooh. All the little kids are so adorable, and little Albus, oh my god, he's so cute, so cute. And it was really sweet to see that whole ending scene. It's not very long, but it's just like, I was just crying so much at the end, and it was amazing. And this video is probably really, really long, and that's why I'm talking so fast right now, and I'm going to write, after I see it at midnight, with everybody else, I'm going to write like an actual real report that's probably not as out of order and flaily and crazy as this one, and there'll probably be more details because I know there's stuff I didn't say. Put that in the description box when I write that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the Harry Potter movie, and I wonder if you cried as much as I did. Let me know if you did cry, because I really hope I'm not the only one besides the people who saw it in the movie theater with me, because I know we were all crying. And so let me know what you think. Leave a comment and subscribe and all that stuff. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.